Coming up, we have a look at the conditions in western KELOLAND after the latest winter storm moved through.
Plus, we take you to the State Theater as it celebrates a major birthday. Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
We'll get a check of our top stories in just a moment, but first let's send it over to meteorologist Brian Karstens in the Storm Center for a check of our current conditions. Good morning, Brian.
All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. We continue with winter storm warning headlines for many areas of southeastern KELOLAND, including Sioux Falls until 10 a.m. The latest storm reports here as of the 7 o'clock hour featuring 6 inches of snow in Sioux Falls, 4 inches in Mitchell, 3.5 Kennebec, but adding to some of these totals yet in central South Dakota. Our storm prediction here, 4 to 8 in Sioux Falls, and that's right where we're at. Brookings area a little bit on the lower end of that scale, and Watertown 2 to 4. You go into the far northeast, and then you really drop off on this storm. Also from yesterday, too, the combined totals around Pine Ridge supporting over 7 or 8 inches in spots. Well, with that snow on the ground, we are going to be warming up this week. We'll talk more about that on Futurecast coming up.
Thanks, Brian. The latest round of winter weather is making its way through KELOLAND this morning.
KELOLAND's Max Hofer joins us now with a live look at the conditions he's seen out there. Good morning, Max.
Good morning, you two. That's right. I'm joined this morning by Chris Smith of the South Dakota Department of Transportation. Now, Chris, tell me a little bit about what your crews have been seeing from the overnight kind of into this morning.
Definitely overnight we had a lot of heavy wet snow, pretty high intensity, so when our plows got out there this morning, I had 5-6 inches of that heavy wet snow on the road, so they're able to make their rounds a little slow going. They already go slow as it is plowing, but with this heavy wet snow it just takes that much longer to try to get those first couple rounds in the morning.
Absolutely. And what about this kind of snow? I know it's not just like light fluffy, it's got like a little bit of rain mixed into it, make it a little sloppy.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, it's pretty tough for the plows push around. One good thing, the wind doesn't push it around, so we're maybe not seeing as bad a visibility as we might be if it was a little lighter or fluffier. So there's definitely pros and cons to that heavy wet snow, but it's definitely a little tough for our plows to get around this morning.
Absolutely. And what would you say to people that are attempting to make the trek out here this morning?
I give our plows a chance to get around. What I'm hearing is once they're able to get through, and it is fairly wet underneath that snow, so it's coming off very, very well. So I think if they wait till daylight hours, give us a couple hours to really get out there and get the snow pushed back, it'll be a lot better going for those drivers this morning.
Absolutely. And is there anything else you'd like to add this morning, Chris?
Well, out west we had some no travel advised, and it is tough going through pretty much that south half of the state from I-90 south. So really it isn't just around Sioux Falls, just throughout the state. Kind of keep that in mind. That might be better to wait to travel this morning.
Absolutely. Chris, well, I want to thank you so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it. To keep the latest on current conditions, you make sure to download the KELOLAND Storm Tracker app. Reporting in Sioux Falls, Max Hofer, KELOLAND News.
Thank you, Max. This latest round of winter weather is impacting classes at a KELOLAND university. Dakota State University in Madison has canceled classes today due to the weather. DSU offices will also be closed. Classes will resume and offices will reopen tomorrow.
The Sioux Falls and Rapid City school districts are also closed today. You can find a full list of cancellations right here on KELOLAND.com. Custer County Sheriff posted this picture to their Facebook page saying they were called to Sylvan Lake to help an out-of-state driver after they got stuck. The sheriff's office also said to listen to road warnings and stay home.
We're also getting a look at the conditions in Pennington County. These two pictures were taken on Highway 44 near Johnson Siding. In one of the pictures, it looks like a car slid off the road and got stuck in the snow. The next picture taken on I-90 near mile marker 117. In a post on its Facebook page, the sheriff's office says that this was the third semi to slide off the interstate.
One person was hurt in a house fire in central Sioux Falls Saturday. Heavy smoke was coming from the home located in the 500 block of Jefferson Avenue when fire crews arrived mid-morning Saturday.
Crews discovered the victim in the basement. The person was taken to the hospital. Their condition is not known. The cause of the fire is under investigation. We now know the name of the woman who died following a crash in Hamlin County. Shortly before noon Wednesday, a car was heading north on Highway 81 south of Watertown. The driver lost control of the car, entered the southbound lane, and collided with a second car. Both drivers were taken to the Watertown Hospital.
The driver of the first car, 30-year-old Cyrus Schaefer, later died from her injuries. The driver of the second vehicle, 59-year-old Frankie McCrary, received serious non-life-threatening injuries. South Dakota's Highway Patrol is still investigating the crash. The State Theater in downtown Sioux Falls is celebrating its 95th birthday this year. The newly restored building opened its doors to the public in December and has been showing movies there ever since.
The general manager says business has been good even with the challenges posed by the pandemic.
Every time we have a movie, we get new faces in and people that have never been in here before, and a lot of people are wowed, to come and see a movie in a place that looks like this, which we're excited about.
If you're interested in volunteering at the theater or seeing a movie, go to this story on KELOLAND.com.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, looking at our snow forecast continuing this morning, mainly focused, though, into Minnesota as time goes on here. You're going to notice that we start to lose a lot of that forcing of that snowfall west of Sioux Falls through midday. Not to say it's gone completely, but it's definitely broken up a lot more. And then across western Minnesota, still a little bit more of a segment that continues longer. Marshall, Jackson, looking over here toward Windham and those spots there. Now, tonight, generally speaking, cloudy skies remaining. A little patch of snow or two could redevelop, and I'm not opposed to a little drizzle, too, given the environment here. But tomorrow, our best focus of snow is probably going to regroup to our south as another potent system comes in. This is an interesting map. You can see the first one that's been affecting us today and from yesterday right here. Notice that this low, though, kind of spins over us and falls apart right here in KELOLAND. Then the new one undercuts it to the south through Kansas, Missouri. There's probably some mixed precipitation on the backside of it, but that's probably more of an issue for the Interstate 80 corridor versus the I-90 area. So not looking as much here across the north. And I do think overall the forecast, generally speaking, is improving later in the week. 31 downtown Sioux Falls as of the 7 o'clock hour. Travel with care if you have to be out. If you don't have to be out right away, let the crews do their jobs, and then roads will be improving. 34 at Sioux Falls for high, 37 in Yankton, and then your 7-day forecast. Well, here we go. 50-degree weather by the end of the week. 55 Saturday, 58 Sunday, much improved. As we look at Aberdeen, too, not as much snow, so obviously we're going to rebound faster with that in mind. 54 by Friday, 58 Saturday. Doesn't take long, and things warm up again this time of year pretty quickly. Another system might be knocking on our door by early next week. We've got time yet to sort that out. Here, I expect low 40s Wednesday, mid 40s on Thursday. And Rapid City, also a climb here, slow at first, but once we get our traction going, we'll be close to 60 by Saturday. Check out more details online at KELOLAND.com and stay safe.